Check, check. Yes. All right, ready? Here we go in 3, 2.
Hello, everybody out there in podcast land. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Brewnomics, one that promises to be a fun one because we always deliver on that shit. I'm Jerry.
I'm Paula.
I'm Vic.
Paula's birthday. Happy birthday, Paula.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. So we're gonna do some of Paula's favorite things, which are drink Tripel beers, his favorite type of beer, talk about animated comic book movies. So you're welcome in advance.
Indeed.
How was everybody's weekend?
It was good. It was fun.
It's good. Yeah, we've just been drinking.
Yeah. Yeah, we had Paula's pretty much birthday party last night. A bunch of friends over at a friend's house. Whew. Yeah, it was pretty fun. But now it hurts.
Yes.
Well, shall we?
Yeah.
Yay. Okay, not a whole lot of news this episode, so we'll get into that in a second. But first, we're going to drink some beer.
Let's do it.
We're going to start off getting fancy, mostly because this beer is kind of too big for our cooler, so might as well.
Oh, we have to do it first, yeah.
We picked up all of our beers today from Brewers Haven. They had just enough Tripels to make it episode worthy. I got some, Vic got some, it's Paul's birthday. We're not going to make him buy beer on his birthday. That's just rude.
Oh, that's
Rude.
sweet, you guys.
This, it's fancy when it looks like a goddamn champagne bottle, straight up. Got the, what is this called? Twisty thing over the top to protect the
safety seal. Yeah.
cork. Yeah. Give me that.
Oh,
We're gonna man it.
He's got a pop the cork.
I'm gonna be a boss. You're so strong. You're so strong.
Thanks for noticing. Yeah, this is a huge bottle. 8% alcohol. The name of the beer, Trappist.
Le Trapp. Tripel.
They're all pretty much going to be named Trappist of some sort. This one is brewed and bottled in the Netherlands by. Nope. Bier Brouwerij de Koningshoven.
I think that was a valiant effort on your part to say that. Well done, sir.
I will say, let's pour it a little bit real quick. Talk about I suppose it's color. That is one thing, when we do, ultra pales, I expect these probably not a huge variety taste wise and stuff. Maybe we'll be wrong. We'll see. No, I just spaced out.
Okay.
Don't you talking about it, Vic? What's on the website? My brain hurts, man.
I'm with you, man. Yeah, last night hurt a little bit. So the website's a pretty cool website. It tells us it's 8%. Serving temperature is between 10 and 14 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in American because I don't speak Celsius.
Fucking Europeans and everyone else in the world besides Americans. Come on, get out of here.
All right. It says wow, it's even got a colors unit, EBC. I don't know what that means.
EBC.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Color 14 EBC.
Indeed. It's got a 30-month shelf life. This can stand the shelf indefinitely for 2.5 years.
Because it's corked.
Indeed. And they show the brewing process in there. They have recipes: a fine smoked turkey fillet with puree carrots and leek. A beer parfait. What? And a boboti. I don't know what any of those
You
are.
might have to actually look into some of that. That's pretty cool. So they encourage you to cook with this. Okay, let's get back to that Celsius real quick because I think that is important. So for reals, 10 degrees Celsius is 50 degrees Fahrenheit. 14 degrees Celsius is 57. So it says to drink between 50 and 57 degrees.
Very narrow.
That is a pretty narrow temp, and that's interesting because this is, and I wonder why this was not in a cooler. It was just on like a dry shelf there.
So it means room temp was at about 70, 60, 70 or so. So we cooled it. It's probably sitting around 40 right now, letting it warm up to the room we're in. So
yeah, let's give it a minute to kind of warm up because I do want to do justice to the taste. What is its features? A classic and powerful Trappist ale. Okay, so it says an exceptional by it, I mean the back of the bottle. An exceptional dark blonde ale with a fruity and bittersweet flavor, a touch of bitter finesse, and a dry aftertaste. Probably explains why it looks like it comes in a champagne bottle. Brewed with water from our own spring. The Trappist Ale has been brewed by the Königshoven Brewery at the Cistercian Abbey of something since 1884. It's created with patience, love, passion, and traditional craftsmanship on the basis of the secret recipes of Trappist monks. Okay, what does it say? So it's the Abbey of Onze Liev Vrouw van Koningshoven. I'm sure I was super wrong on that, but
No, valiant effort once again.
let's see the bottom. See if you want to try and pronounce any of those words on the back of it. Or even, yeah, look at that. Look at that. What is it?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Just wait till you guys have to, I wouldn't even type that one, bro. I just copy and paste.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I did.
Yeah. If you're listening to this, probably just pull up the description and see if you can pronounce it.
Mhm.
And then tweet us your voice clip.
Yeah.
Can you do that? You can just tweet a voice clip. I guess you can just video record your face. Forget that's an option, even though we do that all the time here.
We're doing it
Right this instance. Okay, so while we let it warm up a little bit, let's kind of talk about a bit of news.
Yeah.
Let's go back to this Birds of Prey movie, because I don't know why, man. I'm super interested in this movie. I think it could actually be good. But they finally revealed the full title of it, which is, hold on, I have to look it up so I don't get it wrong. Oh, did I pull up the wrong link? Son of a dick.
Uh-oh.
Oh, here it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Birds of Prey, open parenthesis, and the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn, close parenthesis. So everybody thought it was like a joke name, but Warner Brothers came back and they're like, that's legit. It's legit. And then Paul Dini came out. He was pretty much the creator of Wonder Woman, great Batman writer, and a whole bunch of other things. Talked about how much he loved it, and he was like, nope, that makes perfect sense. It dives right into her Quinsanity. It's like, good God, Quinsanity.
Come on, man.
What do you guys think of that title?
I'm not in love with it.
Yeah.
I think it is a little silly.
Mhm. Feel bad for the dude that has to put that whole thing up on the marquee,
Oh God, yeah.
just one by one with his giant stick.
Dude, I had to do that, man. I didn't have it many years. That does suck to do, trust me.
I don't know. I think it's kind of funny. I think it seems like it's going to be a cool, lighthearted action movie, so with some hot chicks.
Awesome, yeah. I'm down.
Mhm.
I can't wait to see it. I kind of do wish they changed the title, but
Yeah, it's a mouthful.
It is.
Yeah, and the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn. It's yeah, quite intriguing. All right, let's drink this beer. I think it's been long enough. I'm growing impatient.
Oh yeah, feels good. Golden in color,
Ooh, it is. It smells spicy. I like it.
very effervescent.
So it says it's a dark. It seems like they went out of their way to say it's a darker style Tripel, and it actually does because it's less golden and more, I don't know, dark dandelion.
Dandelion.
Oh my God! Excuse me.
Yeah. I like it.
I like it.
Interesting. I like it too. Oh, I'm definitely. I mean, it's gonna be hard to go wrong with this episode.
Yeah.
Tripels are
Yeah.
pretty freaking good beers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start us
Yeah.
off, Paul. Tell us what you think.
Well, I like my my trips because it kind of has like a full body to it. I do like the creaminess of a Tripel. As you can see, the foam's still there. I do like how they're sweet, and this hits all those points for me.
It does, and they described it well, I think, because it is sweet. It does have a dry finish. It is boobly. We got a 3.79 on Untapped overall rating.
Yeah. A lot of 123 total check-ins, 92,000.
123,000 total check-ins.
Oh, dude, so tired. All right.
No, 83,000 ratings.
Yeah.
It's been on Untapped for about 8 years, it looks like. God, I forget this website's been out for that long.
Good. Wow.
It is. Start us off, Paul.
3.75.
375. Remind me, Vic. So I said this is a big ass bottle. I don't know what the exact size it is.
I'd almost say it's a 750 milliliters.
1 pint, 9.4 fluid ounces. 25 ounces. How much was it?
$12.99.
That's actually not bad. That's actually not bad.
Double what you pay for a really decent wine.
I'll take 375, absolutely. And especially since this is 8% too, and it doesn't really fill you up too much. So I could actually see myself drinking that whole thing in one night.
Oh, easily. Yeah, dude. I'll triple down on that rating 375 as well. I think
Cool.
It's a great
It's
beer.
very well rated on Untappd. Okay. All right. Well, I guess moving on. Good job. Beer Browich Deer Koenig Sheldon.
Sure.
Sure.
That is a mouthful.
I want to see that on a jersey, like a sports jersey.
I'll take out the whole, but you couldn't put the number on there.
He will
man.
have no number,
Yeah.
or she. In the smallest font.
It is. Guy needs more shoulders. Or she does. So what we got next?
All right. I'm trying to look. I want to look it up so I don't get it wrong. Oh, here real quick. I guess we can just do this one since it's also a thought. Keanu Reeves just got confirmed as a new character in Toy Story 4.
What?
We don't know anything much about the character. I guess Tim Allen talked about it on Jimmy Fallon.
Mhm.
Is that his name, Fallon?
I believe that's how the Austrians pronounce it.
It seems like he's actually going to have a pretty good part in it, though. But I've seen a bunch of just hilarious pictures that, like, online, somebody merged John Wick with it, except the dog that was dead was Slinky Dog.
Oh,
Toy Story.
No. That's pretty cute.
Oh, man, what do you guys? I mean, obviously, that's going to be great.
It's gonna be great. I didn't even know they were making a Toy Story 4, honestly, until I saw like this leaked information that Keanu Reeves would be in the next one.
Oh, really?
So I was like, oh, okay, I guess they're doing another one. Keanu's in it, super cool. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. Should be pretty good.
I'm trying to think. I can't really think of anything Keanu Reeves has ever done as far as like a voice character goes, except for the cat and Keanu.
Oh yeah, you just meowed. That's
You just
right.
meow. It's like one of my all-time favorite little hidden facts about a movie. But I could be wrong, but I don't. Do you guys know of any animation he was in?
No, I think this may be his first like full feature length one.
Yeah, Animatrix.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he was
I
actually.
don't think he
in it.
was
I think
actually.
his
I was gonna
voice
say,
part was in it, but
what
he
was that
wasn't in
one
it.
weird like cell shaded and like quasi animated movie he was in?
Scanner Darkly.
Scanner
Yeah.
Darkly, thank you, but that doesn't count.
No, yeah, the
That movie was a trip.
That movie is a trip, man.
It is, yeah, it's pretty fun though. It can be kind of hard on the eyes to watch.
Yeah, to take breaks.
Yeah, for sure.
You feel like you're on drugs sometimes watching that movie.
Oh, totally.
Or maybe you were on drugs watching that movie. We don't know their lives. We don't know them. So there are a whole bunch. Well, you know, with this Disney Plus, I think that's the official name of their streaming service.
A little extra. Of
And it's not like PLUS, it's just a plus sign afterwards.
course.
They're, you know, because we got confirmed they're going to have the Loki series. And so now there's a whole bunch of other works, rumors, predictions for what we're going to get. The next one, apparently, in the shadows is a Rocket and Groove series.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
I think that would be super fun.
I think it'd
Do
be
you think
rad.
they keep them like live action like they have it now or flip it anime? And do you think Brad Cooper and Vin Diesel would still do it or they would just get somebody that can do the voices?
Yeah, that's a toughie. Well, I think just availability, they're gonna have to get other voices because Bradley Cooper and Diesel are probably gonna be doing different projects.
I would say not just availability, because yeah, that does take up a lot of time, but also from a financial standpoint, if you can pay some mimic instead of paying Vin Diesel and Bradley Cooper prices.
Let's do that.
But they do. Well, I don't know really about Bradley Cooper, but I could see Vin Diesel doing it. He has a genuine love for that character. I
He
think,
does, man. That's true.
and a hardcore dedication to it. So I don't know. I could still see.
Well, because he's got one basic line he does 50 different ways.
Right. Exactly. But he also has done it in like 50 different languages too.
Also true. Yeah.
I think it's actually like over 70 that
No.
he's done officially.
Yeah, he's put in some time on that one. I was like, for one line, you really made that one line count.
You gotta respect the shit out of that.
I
And
do,
yeah.
man. I love Diesel, man. He's Dominic Toretto all day.
So let's
I want to see Groot.
let's
say that.
Oh, I am
Toretto. I am Toretto. Rocket.
I am Groot. I live my life a quarter mile at a time too, man.
I am Steve Rogers.
It's still such a great one.
Rocket, Groot, and Korg.
Korg.
I think that'd be a fun adventure, like
Well, and that's what I was gonna say. So
an episode.
let's talk about that for a second. Are there any other, and if there's not, you don't have to, but Marvel characters that you can think of in the MCU that have at least been hinted in some way, preferably within it, that you would like to see their own series of
Own series.
on the Disney Plus network?
Man.
See, I'd like to see a Hawkeye and Black Widow one.
Okay.
Because I think that, yeah, and then we could finally find out what happened in Ukraine. What did they say? What's that line? Oh, this is like, you and I remember very different.
Budapest.
Budapest, thank you.
Yeah.
God, you're on fire tonight, Paula.
Well done.
So we could see just little things like that. We get a lot of cool fillers, and there's still a lot of good stories for those two to do. And again, you can make a lot of these like 6-episode miniseries.
Oh, totally.
And
Yeah.
I think a lot of the actors could kind of dig that because it could kind of be like their own movie without it being a movie per se.
Yeah, absolutely.
The guy's brother. God damn it, I'm so brain dead right now. I'm still a little drunk from last night.
We'll help each other out. Let's see.
James Gunn's brother.
Oh, the cat. Oh, what is his name?
Oh, the Ravager?
The Ravager, yeah.
Then became the captain. Like I kind of want to see like an episode of like his life.
Kraglin. Yeah.
Because he was learning how to use the arrow.
The Yaka arrow, yeah.
You know, so I kind of want to see him as a leader, and just kind of like
He
how
guy's
he is.
surprisingly good.
Mhm.
I really like. He's super underrated.
Give him an
I think
episode.
is absolutely. So are you saying you just want like random
Oh, totes. I
one-off
think that'd be fun.
episodes in
Yeah.
there, kind of like how Justice League Action is a whole bunch of one-off?
I think that'd be fun.
I love that idea. Actually, I super
Yeah.
love that.
Sherry's
idea.
like teaching the world about something.
Right.
Right.
Oh, that's a great idea. You could just create a whole mini series.
People can come, people can go.
Yeah, then you could have that one episode, Black Widow and Hawkeye, what happened in Budapest.
Yeah.
Then exactly.
Just, yeah.
Korg, what happened to Korg when he didn't print enough pamphlets? Yeah, you can do a lot of really fun stuff with that.
Yeah, how did he get to Sakaar? I don't know. We'll see.
Exactly. Disney, I swear to God, you steal our idea. Just like sponsor an episode or something. That'd be fair.
Or like, the rest of us for life. That'd be cool. I'm not gonna say no to Disney.
You wouldn't even notice.
We got a Disney money.
That Disney money.
We can be bought. Problem.
He uses the ship for like orgies and stuff.
It's your birthday.
It's your
birthday.
Sorry, it's just like in my head.
Yeah. It's his pleasure boat. Yeah. God.
So let's see. I mean, most of the news is strangely enough Disney, except for one thing. Two things, because Birds of Prey technically isn't Disney. It might be a little dizzy. I'm a little dizzy, I guess.
That check.
Oh, right, exactly. Lion King remake, live action remake, most viewed Disney trailer ever in the first 24 hours. And as far as the teaser trailer goes, apparently it's the second highest teaser opening of all time. So it did 224.6 million views in 24 hours.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What do you guys think the only movie ever is to beat it? And it came out this year. It is a recent movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Avengers Infinity War?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my
Exactly. That was pretty much a dead giveaway, right? I still have not seen a single live action Disney remake. Not one.
I've not either.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so I'm not alone. I've heard they're all great. I haven't heard really much bad about them, which kind of looking that Jon Favreau's been in charge of most makes sense.
Mhm.
That guy's visual capability, he's great.
He does a great job, man. I'd like to see the Jungle Book. Yeah.
Right. I heard Beauty and the Beast was really good
I
too.
heard the same.
But I love The Lion King. Like that's probably, I think, my favorite Disney movie of my childhood.
Oh, dude, that's got a special place in I think all of our hearts, man. Everybody in our age group, well, then some.
It really does. Like I also kind of like Aladdin's really up there for me too. I love that one, but I think if I had to pick a number one, it's got to be Lion King.
Yeah, absolutely. 'Cause, like, just as a kid, like that's when you started to feel like real feelings for
Mhm.
something that you saw on screen. You're like, what's going on?
So yeah, this would be the one that would probably break me for sure. That would I would watch. I wonder though if it would be like a shot for shot remake. And I wonder, have you seen any of the Disney live action ones, Paula?
Nope.
Oh God, none of us have.
Hmm.
Huh,
Yeah, we're striking out.
Yeah.
that's crazy. to
Sorry,
me.
Brew Crew.
Exactly. Okay, so I was gonna say, what do you think? But I do wonder, because I legitimately don't know. Are they shot for shot remakes? Do they kind of recreate the story, add a little modern flair to it?
I think if they're smart, they recreate key points.
Not shot for
Not
shot.
shot for shot.
Right.
But they do some shots maybe very similar. Because the trailer that I saw, because I was one of those millions of people who witnessed the Lion King trailer.
You're part of the 224.6 million.
Yeah. Some of it looked shot for shot, key points, like just this epic, like tracking shot over Pride Rock. I was like, God,
Yeah, I haven't seen the trailer, but I've seen just on the social medias a shit ton of side by side comparisons
it looks pretty similar.
of the of the modern, just like this shot versus this shot from the old movie. When did Lion King come out? 95, 94?
I'm
I
assuming
was
so.
assuming 94.
Yeah.
I'll double check real fast.
Yeah, it doesn't matter that much, but
Uh,
would this be the one that breaks you, Paula? The first one? Should we all hold off and this will be our first live action movie together? Disney one? We'll go and hold hands, hold dicks.
yeah, well, just
How else would we pop that cherry?
triple space doc. Yeah.
I'm down. I'm down. Quite honestly, I've never had any interest to watch any of the live action Disney movies.
Well, neither, I figured that
Me neither.
that's why none of us have watched.
Even with the Lion King, I'm just like, it's happening now.
Yeah,
I haven't even seen the trailer.
neither have I.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, part of me doesn't want to watch them because I think it's just such a cheap money grab ploy. It's
Mhm.
like just death to originality.
Yeah.
Disney's.
I just feel like I don't want these movies that attain my love for the cartoon.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Even though like half our friends have seen like all of them.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, we're definitely the oddballs in this.
Which is
It's-
weird.
Right. It's usually the exact opposite of how it goes.
Probably because we don't have children, so there's that.
That's true. Well, yeah. So for like Chris Bentley from the Barber Story, he was on before. He loves these fucking movies, man. He like opening night, he watches them all.
Oh, really?
He doesn't have any kids.
I don't know.
So I don't know. I do know a few people, friends of the cast, that love them that don't have little shits.
Well, look at
But then
that.
most of them, most of them do.
Mhm. Well, for them too, who go to see it like opening night, like that's a real special place in their hearts for that movie. So,
It should be on a
I can see
onesie.
it.
What should be on a onesie?
Little shit.
Little shit. It probably is.
No, I mean that fucking little shit.
But like an adult onesie, you can wear it, Father.
An adult onesie?
Yeah,
That says little shit?
yeah.
Like around my crotch area,
No, just on your back, near
Just-
your asshole. Yeah.
I was thinking on the chest,
on the chest,
just out and proud,
little shit.
little shit. And the eye is dotted with a poo emoji. Or no, actually I disagree. It should be on the ass on an actual butt flap.
Yeah.
On the butt flap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can do that. I read that.
Yeah.
I read that.
Okay.
Cool.
And on the front is just a giant picture of mine and Vic's face.
On the front of my onesie,
Yeah.
like on my chest or my balls.
Right.
Oh,
Well, one of us can be on the balls.
I was thinking
The
we'd
other
each
chest.
be like just nipples. Like I'd be one nipple and he'd be the other nipple.
Oh, I like that
Oh.
idea. Yeah, that's great.
yeah. Brewnomics like on
Edie could be the belly button.
Mhm.
yes.
There you go.
Oh, damn, where's my present?
Will'll be your taint.
Yeah.
Of my onesie?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's getting weird. Oh.
Yeah, this is.
Yep.
We're so fucking just hungover and tired. Man. This is what we talk about a lot of time. It just rambles on about taints.
Oh.
True living to our friendship, right?
This is. Oh goodness. Okay.
So this is the next beer we're gonna drink. Because you know what we do on this podcast? We drink beer. And bullshit.
To get fucked up.
To get fucked up.
Why do we drink?
Oh Lord.
Yeah. That's good.
So again, this is another one we picked up from Brewers Haven. This is called the Westmalle, Malle. I don't know, just a Trappist El Trapel. Got an A and a W in there. Doesn't say much else.
An A, W, a Z, maybe a T.
It is a product of Belgium from the Trappist Monastery of Westmalle. Mall.
Another
Malay.
monastery brewed here.
Well, so if we look at, let's do a quick history of Trapels.
Sure.
You want to give us a little googs on that and see what they want to say, because I think it is a very monastic style brew, because I think it was brewed by monks. But these are meant to be drinking, and I guess we should have said that too. In general, Trapels you drink from those kind of look like the goblets. I'm not quite sure what the name of the glass is called, but they're like those big old goblets.
Yeah, like the Chimay glasses.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And it is so, it opens it up because these kind of have some fun smells and spices to them. And since they're also high in alcohol, this one is 9.5%. Helps you drink it a little bit slower. And this one says also to serve at 45 to 55. So I'm going to pour it and let it sit for a minute and then try and kick.
Sure. Yeah. So while we're letting it pour and sit, I'll give you a little bit of the history of. So I just gave it a quick goose, and it says Trapel is a term used by brewers or people mainly in the Low Countries. Some other European countries and the U.S. describe it as a strong pale ale, loosely in the style of Westmalle Trapel. So we're drinking a very true to style beer with this Westmalle Trapel. Is that correct? The bottle?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry, I was only half paying attention. I couldn't end that first pour I did. These guys spun the fuck up. There's like a lot of head.
Yeah, wow, you got like 3 inches of head on
It's
there,
almost
bro.
like it's live yeast. Yeah, that's just bananas.
And yes. So it says the origin of the name Trapel is unknown. There's the main theory is that it indicates strength in some way, which is kind of what we figured. It was used in 1956 by the Trappist Brewery in Westmalle to rename the strongest beer in their range through, though both the term Trapel and the style of beer associated with the name Strong Pale Ale were in existence before 1956. So we've had like really true to style Trapels. I'm actually pretty excited about this.
Well, exactly, and that's why I love that Brewers Haven kind of has their import section, and I really wish we would have been able to stop at Das Alfen House, because I bet we could have found some cool ones there too. But I am still happy, and I think we did find some interesting ones. But we do still have one from Idaho, so we do have an I tapped that Trapel.
Yeah, we
I
did.
wasn't sure if we'd be able to get a hold of something like that, but we did, so I'm excited. I like it, man. These guys do beer so well, but it is interesting that it doesn't know the origin of the name. I find that because there's your Dubel, your Tripel, and then there's now pretty much quadruple. And I just obviously it just gets stronger with each one. It seems like all your Tripels sit around, what does it say, 6 to 9%? Your Dubels are probably going to be your 5%ers, and your quadruples are going to be your 10 to 14s.
Right.
So even though we don't know where the name come from, at least there's some sort of alignment with it now.
Yeah, it does have an odd numerical
Mhm.
number to it, standard your beer, B-I-E-R, beer, and then
Yeah.
you do bells, you tripels, you quadrupels, Yeah, it's something very intuitive about that.
So this is a 11.2 fluid ounce bottle. This is another one that you picked up, right, Nick? This is
Yes,
a $5 bottle
that is a
for
$5 bottle.
11.2 ounces. So not cheap.
No.
Color wise, it's amazing. This one, I can't believe how foamy it is. It's nuts to me. But it's a totally different color. It's a lot lighter. It's a lot cloudier comparatively
Oh, wow.
with it. So
Yeah.
it's like, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Big
Intense.
difference. It is interesting. It's one of those beers that are light. It's nice, but you can't really, they're kind of hard to see through. They're not hazy, obviously, because it's not done that way. They're not necessarily unfiltered, but they are always a bit cloudy.
A little cloudy, yeah.
Yes, we'll see if we can kind of get through this foam
How's that smell? There?
here. So stupid. Sweet. Kind of smells like bananas. I'm totally getting a banana smell. And I like it. Not like an artificial, but like a real banana smell. I'm intrigued to try this. Ooh, that's spicy.
Ooh, girl, that's spicy.
You know what? I can spicy. I'm gonna wear you out.
Pulp it.
I fuck with this, man. This is good. I can totally get down on this. Let's pull her up on Untapped and see what we got.
Bit more of a bite.
Bit more of a bite. But I say it is a little spicier. Wow. Okay, that is a wildly different taste between two of the same style beers. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, and sort of on that monk aspect, this they said it was loosely based on a blonde beer that monks have brewed before. So there is that sort of the origin of where we get Tripel.
Oh, we got to be so thankful for a lot of great beers that we get from monks, which is just again, that's nuts to me. But yeah, Tripels are a big one. Box are another absolutely huge one that we get because of it. A lot of farmhouse sives and style ales were monks that also did a lot of farming and stuff. So, most of the European beer brewer history is based out of monasteries.
Pretty cool.
So,
I mean, and because didn't they have to brew higher gravity brews, higher alcohol beer because they needed something a little more filling when they would fast?
So it was mostly one of two reasons. One, the water was usually so absolutely disgusting you couldn't drink water because water would kill you and make you sick.
Yeah.
Whenever you brew beer, it obviously you have to boil the water, so it kills everything.
Oh.
So it was actually healthier and safer to drink beer than it was to drink fucking water.
Wow.
Okay, so that's a big part of it. But then yes, there was also monks. A lot of it was fasting. There's always that thing with religion, no matter what the religion, right? There's Christianity, Buddhism. There's always this weird fasting thing.
Yeah, you gotta not eat for
what that is, but since they did that, yes, Bocks and Tripels are those ones. They are a little bit higher alcohol. They're a little bit thicker, and they sit a little bit heavier, and they fill you up. So you don't want to, you can go a whole day without eating. You're just gonna be a little drunk. Enough.
Yeah, get really zen.
Zen.
So, yeah.
Get your chant right in place there.
Yeah. Rusk with Scott and
Oh.
Okay. Yes. So I looked it up on Untapped. This is sitting at 253,678 total check-ins. Has an average rating of 3.86. It has almost 2,000 monthly check-ins this month.
Dang, that's popular beer, huh?
It is.
Yeah, so 3.86, a little bit higher rated. I really like both of these, but I do think I might like this one a little bit more because it does have that little zest.
Got a little
pop
more
to
zest.
it.
This has a lot of lacing to it. If I'm looking at the
Mhm.
plastic cup that I'm drinking this upon, yeah, the foam like definitely came down a lot, but
Yeah.
it's got.
We are doing a little bit of a disservice drinking them out of plastic cups instead of, but you know, it's a lot of dishes. We don't have, we
Yeah,
don't have that much
Lord.
glassware.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean,
We
especially
recycle.
glasses. Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 4. I really like this. I understand it was a little bit more pricey. I think it's not fucking 9.5%, and it's delicious AF.
Mm-hmm.
I can still dig it.
I can think you.
Oh, I'd love this on draft.
I would love it.
like
I'd
this
love to
fresh
try
off
it
the
on
draft.
draft. Yeah. Maybe even like not a nitro.
No, you can't nitro a Trapel. That'd be weird.
Would be. I'd try
I'd
it.
try it. Right. What do you got, Polly? The pick, whoever wants to rate it.
Go on, PK.
I do like that dryness towards the end of it.
Finish is clean.
I was thinking 4.0 myself.
Yeah, it's okay.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. You know what? I'll triple down again. 4.0. That is a
Damn,
tasty
look at that.
beverage,
Look at
dude.
this.
Yeah, I kind of wish we could swap bottle sizes because I mean this one we only get like a little less than 4 ounces each
Yeah.
versus the other one we're pretty okay on that one.
Mhm.
All right, let's get into fours all around. Okay,
Mhm.
yeah, well done, Brow Words Day Trappiston Van Westmall.
Thank you, West Molly. Thank you.
I would just like, instead of to be thankful for once, I'm actually going to give a big old fuck you to somebody.
Do it.
And that for somebody is Bill Maher.
Down.
He just straight up disrespected Stan Lee comic books and comic book fans all across the world.
Let me know.
So this motherfucker, what he done gone and did, first after Stan Lee dies, he says, so millions of people around Earth are mourning somebody that got them out to watch a movie, I guess. So that's pretty disrespectful.
Just minimizing the impact Stan Lee had on society.
Exactly. But then, so there is a lot of that. And Stan Lee's impact on society is immensely more than anything Bill Maher's ultra leftist dick weasel asshole out of touch with reality self can ever hope to do.
Of course.
And I mean, Stan Lee, obviously, the later he got, I'm sure he got a little out of touch with reality, but his name will still go down in history way better than Bill Maher's will. But then he fucking sits there and goes on Larry King Live and says, no, I wasn't. I want to see if I can find the article. It was another one I pinned so I can say exactly what his pompous ass said. But he pretty much went on to say, no, I wasn't disrespecting Stan Lee. I was disrespecting all these idiots that think comic books are worth anything. Let's see. Oh, here it is. I found it. What I was saying is a culture that thinks that comic books and comic book movies are profound meditations on the human condition is a dumb fucking culture. And for people to get mad just proves the point.
Wow.
And that's not what anybody's saying. Like the profound pieces, like so what he's saying, which I think he's just adding like way more to it and just being a huge disrespectful asshole as a result.
And then he says, I don't think it's a huge stretch to suggest that Donald Trump could only get elected in a country that thinks comic books are important. Like, how the fuck do you make this political, you little shit weasel goat cheese eating piece of fuck?
Dude, it's beyond me, man. Like
I used to almost like Bill Maher, and now I just want to fucking punch him in the dick until it turns into the pussy he is.
exactly. Well, I mean, the conversation's not. Oh, my heart goes out to Stanley's family, and we appreciate the impact that Stanley had upon society. No, he's just like, this guy died. That's cool. I don't know why people care. They shouldn't. I'm like, that's a huge dig hole, man. Way disrespectful.
Dude, it's incredibly disrespectful, and not just that, it falsifies it because, like, it does. I don't see why you'd sit there and shoot down what the man's done and compare liking comic books to being like a fucking Trump supporter. Until like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Where the shit do you even do? How nuts are you now?
That's crazy, dude. There's no logical like connection between any of those pieces.
Yeah, he's just the left version of Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's really what it is. He's one of those ones that's so far violently stupid on the other, like the left side. It's just I really wish like him and Bill O'Reilly would just fisticuffs it out.
I think they probably just ended up putting dicks into other people.
Probably.
Yeah,
Probably. Although Bill O'Reilly would totally win that fight.
I think so.
He's also huge. He's 6'5".
Big
He's a
man.
big dude, and
Yeah.
Bill Maher's a little bitch.
He's a bitch.
So he'd probably go out like one. So, in case you're listening to this, Bill Maher, quit. We don't want you. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Fuck
No,
you.
Fuck you. That's an official fuck you to Bill Maher.
Official, you heard it here.
That's it. I was gonna say I don't
you.
know if I want to speak on all of that Brewnomics behalf, but if you guys want to get on behind, that's fine. But on behalf of Jerry Vasco, fuck you, Bill Maher.
Fuck your family. I'll get behind you. That's a dickhole move. Yeah, because the man changed storytelling as a whole. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Bill Maher was essentially a comedian.
He is a comedian, and then he's trying to be some political pundit.
Yeah.
And
Well, comedians tell stories that
yeah,
are comical and tragic in nature. Without Stan Lee changing the way stories are being told, he would not have a job in the way that he has it today.
especially in that capacity. I mean, he changed entertainment,
Oh, absolutely.
really. But like I said, a lot of his stuff may not have maybe been the best, but you know, when you're talking about with the X-Men, he tried to make that allegorical. He tried to make it a civil rights sort of thing.
Mhm.
So he tried to fight discrimination through what he did with a lot of his comic books. So
Mhm.
more than Bill Maher's ever done for, besides going on TV and just yelling at Republicans,
Yep.
which is fine because they suck too. But fuck you, Bill Maher.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Okay.
You
enough of
dick.
that. No more Bill Maher and Brewnomics. You are no longer worth our
I'm angry now.
time. Well, that's all the news I got, guys.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You guys got anything?
The Keanu Reeves was pretty much my piece there. I think we're okay. We talked about the Lion King. No, I think we're doing well.
You got anything, Paul?
No, man.
No, man.
I'm just drinking.
All right, well, let's do this. We are going to take a quick break, and then we will get on back and talk about our favorite animated comic book movies and drink some more beer.
Cool.
Hooray.
That's pretty good. 42 minutes.
Sorry, my watch less than 2 minutes late.
Travis. Yeah, Wes Mahler and Travis Henderson. Is there anybody watching this, Paula? Can you see?
No.
Okay.
Don't give a fuck.
I would keep, yeah, just keep it going.
Yeah, I just want to. I mean, we're watching. We're in it.
And it went, and don't you forget it, because then it went, and then don't forget it.
Beans.
How's it feel being
Go Beans.
reduced?
Cool.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Cool.
Not bad. Alright. Gotta work tomorrow.
My off screen. Him. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
P2. If you want to.
Just thinking about it.
So you make urine fall out of your dick. So,
That's what I call it. Fall, you're falling.
oh yeah, I gotta go make urine fall out of my dick.
Where'd you go? Urine fall?
Oh, cool. Still stars in this room.
What?
Oh,
Are they glow in the dark?
probably. It probably lost its glow. No, man, don't you forget it. It's a minute.
I've been braining all day as well.
Yeah. Kinda hard.
Did you guys fix this tire?
Yeah.
Like you switch the tires out or? It's 25.
No, it was between Mountain Home and 540.
Oh. I got, oh shit, I still got a pee. You just got lost in each other's eyes.
Oh, I'm kidding. Beautiful men.
Oh, I got some other tape for that shit.
Oh, did you? Nice. This one doesn't have almost any tape on it though, so no wonder it keeps falling like three things.
Well, I think it's also the temperature too. Like
Think so?
could be.
I'm not a scientist.
Well, I don't see. Here's the deal. I don't know why it makes sense over there. Those aren't falling as much as that way.
They were for quite a bit.
I don't know. Well, if we're running that light over there, it's warm.
I wonder if that actually has had a positive effect on it. Maybe you're right. So I guess since we normally do when we get back from break, we'll do our oh, I didn't talk to, we'll see how it goes time wise, but did you want to do like a quick HM and then, but we are which actually isn't bad.
No, I think we're doing okay.
I think we have enough time to do two each if there's something you want to wing. If not, we definitely don't have. But I did write down two just in case. So, since we're doing pretty good on time, what I was thinking is we could do, if there's a quick one we wanted to talk about, like an honorable mention, kind of rip out quickly, do one each, and then do our main one. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
We don't have to if you guys don't want to, but I did write down an extra one just in case. So it's your birthday, Paul. I'll let you decide.
I'm down.
Your birthday.
I'm down.
Okay.
It's your birthday.
Sometimes.
Sure.
I did think about an HM. There were so many though.
It's hard, dude. It's hard.
Man, I chose this one because it's the one that really. It was the second one that stuck out most in my head because it wasn't the first. The Mask of the Phantasm was the first one I saw.
Yeah, I
Oh,
remember
really?
you saying
Did
that.
you see it in theaters?
No, I bought the movie.
That was the first one you saw.
Yeah.
That real.
That's
Oh,
awesome, man.
Yeah, I was
interesting.
like, oh my god. Yeah, that's what really
This
got
is
me into
what
it.
it can be.
But
I
yeah.
was hoping I had time. I actually wanted to rewatch that today.
And those movies are great. Like the one with Mr. Freeze. I mean, that shit was just
Mhm.
serious.
Oh, dude, they were way good.
I believe they're just adult stories told in animated media. That's all. Well, they're mature.
Exactly, yeah.
That's a mature.
That's why I hate when people are like animations for kids. Fuck you.
No, it's
man.
not. Your dick pony.
Right.
A grandma pony.
Their dick's such a pony.
Stop being a dick pony. Okay.
Okay. We'll bring back our iPad then.
You want it? I got it. Jump on it. My pony.
There you go.
Alright, who's bringing it back?
I'll bring it back.
Dip whistles. Okay, cool. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
And we're back. All right. Time to talk about more stuff and drink more beer.
It's been a while. We miss you guys.
It has.
Oh,
Missed you dearly.
I miss you so much.
So now we're gonna do our I Tap That segment. For those of you that don't know, or if you're a new listener, our I Tap That segment is where we drink a beer based right out of here in Idaho and decide if it's worthy of being put in a keg and getting tapped and getting drank. So we'll see. This is a beer from our friends at Powder House. It is their Tripel. We like Powder House. If you haven't, go back and check out our interview with them where they did at their brewery. It was pretty fun, pretty good time. Was had by, hopefully all, but maybe not.
So strong, Jerry.
I know.
I opened that with my eyeball.
It's true. I saw it.
Amazing.
It's on YouTube in case you guys need proof.
Go watch it.
I've seen this man open beers with his teeth. It is pretty incredible.
Two at
I've seen
once.
this man open a beer just by looking at it. It was a goddamn bottle.
No, yeah, the beer just submitted it. It was like, no, I will.
Popped its own fucking top.
Ugh.
And look, this beer I even poured kind of sloppy and there's no head whatsoever. Oh my gosh, look how much lighter it is too. And this one actually is see-through.
Interesting.
Oh yeah. They got anything on their website or Untapped about it? Because Powder House, they're kind of, their labels are always pretty simplified. They do actually have something on the back of the bottle, which I will have Paula read.
You know I can't read.
Not very well, but I like it when you try.
I just need pictures. These words are made up.
All words are made up.
There we go. So any fancy purple label,
I do like the purple.
I'm showing to the world of YouTube at the moment.
And I like that it's also from a brewery whose name I can pronounce.
That's helpful.
Their label says, drawing inspiration from our home and great state of Idaho. We created this Belgian-style tripel to highlight the world-class ingredients we have in our own backyard. House-made, candy sugar created from local bees contribute to a light body. We use a hefty bill of malt for sweetness and a careful selected yeast strain for a fruity, ester-rich flavor.
Beets.
What is it? Esther.
Beets.
I always thought his name was Stripper.
I thought it was the name of like a 1930s flapper. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Well, you would have a very different opinion about what that name means.
I should get
think
checked.
I would have leaned a little bit more towards the flapper as well. But you know, that's okay. Esters are fruity flavors produced during fermentation that can vary in taste and aroma between pears, roses, bananas, and other light fruits.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jerry.
There's like that like savory sort of banana-y,
Yep.
almost flavor.
10% at 25
I
IBUs.
said, God
God
damn.
damn, yeah.
Okay.
Only 271 check-ins, 222 ratings, a 3.73 rating.
Oh, wait, here's the thing. When you poured this initially, it was much clearer. I'm looking at it now.
It clouds up,
It
right?
clouded up.
Isn't that
So,
crazy?
I wonder if that has to do with like when it hit the air, like oxidized in a different way. 'Cause
That's
that's
what a
crazy.
great pickup, Vic. I'm glad you noticed that. I don't think I would have.
That's gnarly.
All right, well, let's drink her. God, these guys are good.
They are good. Well done.
Easy all around.
I'm so excited. Like I said, I really didn't think we'd be able to find a Tripel. I did know these guys made one. I have not had it. So I was real excited to be able to try it. I'm glad it didn't disappoint. I'm going to give this beer a 4.0 and I'm going to tap the shit out of it.
This is your first time trying their Tripel?
I think it is.
Really? Oh.
I think so. Because I usually go for their Deadfall.
Ah.
Because I kind of, every time that's available, that's what I grab. I love that Deadfall now. Maybe I have. I don't know. I'd have to check my Untapped. Um, but either way, it's been long enough.
Yeah, I'm trying to think too. Okay, I think I had this when we actually did the interview on our
I
podcast.
don't think I did because I drank a few other things. So I know I had the Deadfall, I had their brown, I had that jalapeno beer that they had, a few others, but I don't. And they had another weird one. So I think I tried a bunch of beers, but not the Tripel that day. I don't know because I know Paula loves his Tripel so much, and I was like, Paula can drink it.
That's how that worked out. That's how Jerry made his decision that day. I like that. No, I think this is a wonderful beer, man. It's savory, like it's meaty, like I want to chew on it. You know, it's good, it's crispy, it's clean, it's got a nice
got
finish
beats.
to it.
What would you rate it, and would you tap it?
I would definitely tap the shit out of this beer. I'm gonna go 3.75
Nice.
on the Richter scale of Untapped.
Heck yes.
It's a tasty beverage.
Noise. 4.25. I love this beer. I live right above the brewery,
Voice.
and I love to get. This is my go-to beer there when they have it in season.
When do they not have it?
Is it seasonal? I thought it was year round. Does it say on their website?
Did it go year round? Because okay, so last year.
I honestly don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if it'll say on their website either.
I don't think so.
It doesn't. Okay.
Because we were looking for. I remember Jerry and I were looking for it. I think last year during a specific time.
It wasn't
And
there.
it was not there. And they're like, nope, stop brewing it for the season.
Well, I mean, it makes sense because they only have so much.
Oh, they said that at the
space.
brewery. Oh, okay. Interesting. So it is a seasonal form.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if Tripels to be a particular season. Maybe.
I feel like it's fall, winter.
Is it like your box of your springs and your Tripels or your falls?
Because it's just heavier, it warms you up, and I think it's just more handier. Like it sells better in the fall time because nobody wants a heavy, high alcohol beer in the summertime or the springtime. They want something light, pretty, aromatic. So I think this is definitely more of a
especially
fall
since
beer.
they are beers that you drink it. They're meant to be drank at 50 degrees.
Yeah, for sure.
So that is definitely, you're not going to drink a beer that's meant to be drank at 50 degrees in the summer. That's usually what your cooler thing. So yeah, well, that's up. Maybe onto something.
Makes sense.
But we would all have that.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
you would? Okay.
Yeah,
Of course. What's your rating?
4.25.
4.25. Damn.
That's right, yeah.
Heck yeah. So 4 average on Brewnomics. I like that. Keep on kicking ass.
Thank you, Powderhouse.
Thank you.
Yeah, if you're in Idaho, make sure you check them out. They got a cool little brew pub.
They got a really
It's
cool
a really
spot.
cool little spot.
Yeah.
I dig it a lot. Now we're going to talk about some animated comic book movies.
Main topic, yeah, our favorite animated movies.
So this was a tough one, man, because this is another conversation that, with us at least, could go on for quite a while. Quite a while. So I guess what we're going to do is we're going to pick one each. We're just going to do kind of a quick honorable mention, some short points about it, and then we're going to, after that, talk about our favorite one. Who wants to go first?
Oh, it's your birthday. You can do the honors, bro.
We're gonna do our HMs first.
Yes.
Sure.
Or however you want to do it.
I'll go by honorable mention first.
All right.
I
Excuse me.
think about this movie quite a lot just throughout the day because it just makes me laugh at some points. It's Justice League War. Green Lantern especially. Because he's such a douchebag.
I just
He's such a bro in that movie.
he really is. I just rewatched that one. We got Hal Jordan as Green Lantern.
Mhm.
It's so good though.
When he's doing the handshake with the Flash, and Flash is like, what the fuck are we
What
doing?
are you doing?
Flash, my man.
Dude, yeah, I love how Batman just hates him. He respects
Oh,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, what a good
It's like
choice.
someone forgot to take their true blood.
I like it. That's right.
That was a pretty good joke.
And he's just hitting on Wonder Woman, and Superman's like, what are you doing?
Right.
When he just like stands there like, I'm Superman. Who the fuck are you?
Also, I love Wonder Woman in that movie.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
wonderful.
She has ice cream for the first time.
Exactly. That's so great. Can you imagine being that poor ice cream vendor on the side of the street when this giant 6'5" woman dressed like that points her sword right at your throat and then talking about ice cream.
So
I'd be
you
like,
should be proud, sir.
I'm
of
so
your-
terrified and so aroused.
Yeah.
It's a fear boner.
The fear boner.
The fear boner's back.
But I think that's a movie I think a lot of people would enjoy in general.
Absolutely. That's one because it's a good kind of origin story because it relates to a lot of it was kind of the New 52 style, but Vic and I were talking about this earlier. New 52 gets a lot of unnecessary hatred.
It
I
does, man.
know.
This is a really good example of what the New 52 did right, I think. And so if you're not a big comic book fan, or even if you're just unawares of it and you're not sure where to start, this is a really excellent starting point. Just to watch a movie, it'll give you the introductions you need. And it's just entertaining.
It doesn't linger as a story.
It
It's
really
just
does.
continually just go, go, go,
It
go.
does great. I love Cyborg and Shazam in that one too. Their relationship is so
Oh,
great.
yeah.
Well, it was really the origin story of Cyborg in that
Mhm.
movie too, which I thought was really great.
Yeah.
Yeah, voiced by Shamar Moore. He's fantastic. Rosario Dawson did Wonder Woman. She
Yep.
did a fantastic
Yep,
job
great
as Wonder
cast
Woman in that movie.
in that one.
Solid, dude. It's
I
great.
forgot it was Rosario. I like that you pulled that up. I rewatched that one probably less than 2 weeks ago.
Nice. It's
Recently,
solid.
and I'm just like, God damn, this is a good movie.
It's a good all around fun movie.
Yeah,
From
absolutely.
beginning to end. What was the Super 7? And he's like, everybody's like, no.
Oh,
Fuck you,
Shazam. Shut up, Billy.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
I love that it's like Billy coming out there too. You're like, sorry, Billy.
I also think it was interesting that he was already Shazam. There wasn't really much of an order. You didn't see the wizard or anything like that. But I do love that it brought out his foster family and stuff and the relationship they did there.
Yeah.
God, I really hope the Shazam movie doesn't suck.
Me too.
But that's my HM. And I think we all agree we liked it.
I agree. Yeah, I can dig it.
You can dig it, we can dig it.
My HM honorable mention is Gotham by Gaslight.
Yeah, but Gaslight.
Yeah.
Noise.
Comic book first. So obviously most of these are stories that strangely enough were turned into movies. That's kind of how these things work. But this one's awesome. I'm kind of a sucker for steampunk.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier today.
Absolutely. And I think that's why I picked this as my honorable mention because steampunk's been in my head. But this is a newer one, so I won't really spoil it if you haven't seen it. But I've already it's been out probably 6 months and I've already seen it at least 6 times. I fucking love this movie. One, visually, it's just cool as shit. Just the artistic style, the animation it's just beautiful. It's steampunk. It's Batman with steampunk.
Yeah.
So with that, they take it kind of to a Victorian era, and it's Jack the Ripper that's the bad guy. So a lot of the ladies of Batman, women of Batman, so your Poison Ivy, your Harley Quinn, your whoever, they're all in there, but it's definitely an alternate universe. So like Poison Ivy gets, spoiler alert, murdered in the first like 2 minutes of it, sort of thing by Jack the Ripper, murdered. So it kind of spills off from there. And of course, it's, the world's greatest detective trying to figure out who Jack the Ripper is. I think Vic and I watched this right when it came out together, actually, but without reading the graphic novella. And boy, I did not see that twist coming. It was such a great red herring.
Yeah.
I really I won't tell you what it is, but just watch it, man. And just a shout out. This is one that I almost brought up when we did our action scenes, our fight scenes, because the fight scenes in this for an animation movie are just off the charts. I mean, they take it to a whole nother level. I'm talking the H now. Sorry. It's wonderful. It really is. Like, there's this moment where it's Jack the Ripper and Batman, and it's just boxing, like classic old school American dirty boxing, and it is so fucking well done. It's like they took Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield, mocapped him, and put over Batman and Jack the Ripper on it.
Well, yeah, and I think if I'm not mistaken, Justin Lin. I'm mistaken. I'm sorry.
Well, that's pretty much what I got.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I don't want to spoil it because it's still pretty new. So if you haven't watched that or if you haven't read it, I definitely recommend it.
Agreed. That's a great one. My HM is going to be Justice League Crisis on Two Earths.
Hell yeah.
I think that movie's fantastic as well. It takes place there's God, there's another dimension of reality where like it's like the Justice League, but it's like Lex Luthor and the Joker. They're actually good guys.
It's the opposite of
Exactly.
It's the opposite. Yeah, and they go into our Earth, which is Earth Prime. Are we Earth Prime?
Our Earth is basically Earth 1, yeah.
Earth One, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, they come into there. Yeah, essentially, yeah. So they come into our Earth, and Lex Luthor is seeking help from Superman, and Superman gets it right away, which I think is super cool. He's like, "You're from a different Earth," and
He
he's like,
knows right away.
yeah,
It's
he's
not
like,
the same way.
"How did you know that?" He's like, "I scanned your body. Your heart's on the opposite side. Plus, the Lex Luthor I know is on Rikers Island right now." I was like, "God damn, Superman, you're fantastic!" And he's like,
And they thought Batman was the best detective.
"Exactly, yeah." Superman just did that all simultaneously.
That's a great choice. I really.
Well, you know, I think Owlman on the Crime Syndicate on Earth Shitty.
Yeah. On Dick Earth.
Opposite, yeah.
You know, the fact that he wanted to destroy. I don't know. You guys okay with spoilers? I heard the Brew Critics said they were okay with spoilers.
No, this one's been out long enough.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. I see it on Instagram. They're cool with it.
Spoiler alert.
You know that Owlman wanted to destroy all reality.
Yeah, and that's the clincher right there. All of reality. He wanted to destroy it. He had like this what was it? This uncertain, like he's using the hidden, was it uncertainty principle? I can't remember. Some quantum physics uncertainty principle that he's utilizing. And Batman rolls in at the very end, and he's like, just fights Owlman to the death, and it's fantastic.
And the story basically is those two when it comes down to it. You know, Batman versus Owlman.
Mhm.
Batman saving reality while Owlman's trying to fucking destroy it.
Yeah.
Batman being a boss, fucking taking on everybody.
Dude, he really.
Dude. Well, and like the Flash too, man. Like he just like like the way that he tricked like the opposite Flash to like vibrate at such a speed to create a dimensional rift so he could go to that other world. I was like, oh my gosh, dude.
Well, and I love it too when is this the right one? I wonder, is it the same one where like somebody's locked up and there's a keypad and Flash is trying every combination possible, and then Batman just walks up. That's the one I would have used.
Yeah.
And it opens the thing.
I can't
Is
remember.
that, I don't know if it's Crisis on Two or I might be confusing it with another one that does an alternate universe.
I don't know which other one does. You might be right. I can't remember.
I can't
that
remember
particular
either.
detail.
And just
That's pretty good though.
another really fun movie. That's interesting. It was like, because Marvel obviously dominates the live action
Yes.
movie scene. You know what they've done, that universe building is just, it's absolutely wonderful. I mean, a lot of people kind of shit on DC for their movies, but their animated movies blow Marvel's out of the fucking charts, and they keep crushing it and keep crushing it. You know, they're not all wonderful. There have been some that are, you know, less than perfect, but as a whole, their storytelling, their animation level is just so far above Marvel and anybody else's.
Oh yeah.
It's absurd. Like we could do nothing but DC animated movies for 3 different podcasts, and they'd be hours long each one. That's it. My point.
I like it.
Let's drink another beer. So this one is a spin off of one of your favorites, Paula. So New Belgium, they have a great Tripel, and I know you love their Tripel, Paul. I see you get it all the time. Have you had their honey orange Tripel?
I have not had.
Yay! So a new one. Well, I guess most of these are new for all of us, except for the Powerhouse one. So of course it's a Belgian style ale brewed with wild African honey and fresh ground Seville, 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 Cibolet, orange peel, bottle conditioned,
Bottle condition.
whatever that means. It was conditioned.
I just think they like spray like active use.
And again, and they all say that's crazy. All of them have the temperature on it. Serve 50 to 55 degrees.
Tripel is like a very like precarious special
That
beer.
is so crazy. I wonder, I wonder if there's something about that West Mall why it foamed up like it did. If it was like at a too cold of a temperature when we poured it, so it foamed up.
What if it was too warm?
Maybe
I don't know.
one or the other.
Yeah, we a fluid temperature gauge is what
We do.
Yeah.
Well, let's just
Well,
use it
that's
as
the thing.
golf ball.
We should get one of those. Oh, absolutely. There needs to be a pint glass that has like a thermometer on it that'll tell you exactly how warm or cool your liquid is.
Holy shit.
Why do we not have one
Holy
of those?
shit.
I'm
You
sure
just
that
come
would-
up with
I
that?
did. I was just thinking about
Oh,
that. while we
Jesus
did
A
it.
Christ.
beer mug that tells you the temperature of your fucking beer.
Yeah,
Brewnomics.
Brewnomics.
Again, we will fucking.
I will fucking
fight
kill
ya.
you.
I will
If this
find
is
you.
recorded, okay, we have proof that this is our fucking idea. So if you want to invent it, that's fine, but know where you got that idea from. Give us a love.
Give us a kickback.
And by kickback, I mean 90% of your profits.
92.
92. That's our starting off.
We're starting it. Easily done. Yeah, right on.
So, but yeah, the New Belgian Tripel is a classic. That's one that I'm sure most people in this side of the world have had a Tripel. That's definitely the one you've had, and what a good one to go with.
Mhm.
You know, New Belgium is one of the best OG craft breweries in my opinion.
Mhm.
Big fan of these guys. I like their style. I like their beer. What more do you need?
Yeah.
So, all right, well, let's I guess give it a smidgen to sit and warm up, but it poured beautifully. Another one it started. It looks very much like this powder house. So let's kind of see if this one clouds up a little bit. Pours nicely, light effervescence, good quality head on it, I think. God, excuse me, I apologize.
Bless you.
Paula, read the side of the bottle, why don't
The
you?
smell of Tripel is just always so fucking
It
pleasant.
really is. Again, it should be used for body washes and shit.
Mhm.
Don't get pulled over. It says Jesus Christ, I'm so drunk. A deliciously sweet and citrusy traditional Belgian style ale fermented with wild honey from the African Bronze Honey Company. And of course, the African Bronze Honey Company. And fresh ground Seville orange peel sourced locally from the Old Town Spice Shop, Fort Collins, Colorado. There's an Old Town Spice Shop in Fort Collins, Colorado.
I really want to go there now.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
That's the bucket list.
What is it about Colorado and good beer? How do they do it, man? So another 10%, motherfucker. No wonder I feel so much warmer than normal with her. Damn.
You don't play around with this
Damn.
idea. Yeah, you don't play around.
All right, I got the hiccups, man. I'm just. Jesus.
I got a little bit of warmth on my balls.
I can feel it.
I can feel it.
That's why I'm warm.
Oh, okay.
Because of you.
My balls are my internal thermostat. They regulate, bro.
Wouldn't it be your external thermostat?
Did I say internal?
Mhm.
Oh, whoops. Yeah, they're my external thermostat. God, I've been drinking for 2 days. Actually, a whole week solid. That's what it's been. I've gotten drunk every day this week.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
birthday
that's
week.
different. That is different. How do all of these beers taste so different? Like wildly different. They kind of they have the same mouthfeel for the most part. You know, the way they sit there, the way they scrub your palate. They have that little back end thing where you can tell it's a Tripel. But for the most part, the flavor profile on each one of these is wildly different.
Yeah.
You get that orange back taste, right?
Real
after you swallow.
orangey. And then now I'm tasting a lot of honey. Well, it's just sitting there without it in my mouth.
That's great. This is a good beer in my opinion.
It's really sweet.
Yeah, I thought you might like this one.
Really sweet. But it was really well priced too. It was the cheapest beer today, the Tripel from Powder House, I think $8, if that, for a bomber. So a really well priced bomber. These guys were $2 a bottle, 12-ounce bottle. So
Oh my
$4
God.
for two of them.
Damn.
Right at Brewers Haven too. But Brewers Haven actually has really decent prices.
They're really good.
Like if I've ever seen a beer price more there, it's like 20 cents more. And I'm like, I can't.
It's fine.
Especially since I can get way more beer here than most places. God, it's dangerous living so close to that. I dig it though, man. 10% IB per 10% ABV, 25 IBUs. What's untapped stats, Vic?
So Untapped has us at a 3.79 rating. We have over 13,000 total check-ins, 12,000 unique check-ins. It was added approximately a year ago. Yeah. With 11,229 ratings, it averaged out to 3.79. Oh, sorry, my nose is.
Dude, I like how all these beers so far have been right in that 375 range. All been from like 373 to 378, 379, 38.
Well, a Trapella seems to be a master crafted beer, man.
It is. It's like it's one of those ones that since it's been done for 600 years, they've had a little bit of time to figure it out.
They got
So rate it, Paula.
4.0.
Dang. Okay.
Even from the very first drink of my very first trip, it was just like, I fucking like this beer.
Good.
And it's continuing.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, Dave?
I'm gonna 3.75 on this beer. Yeah,
Nice.
I enjoyed it as well.
Okay. I'm gonna give it a 3.25. I like it. It is a little sweeter than I would like. Definitely a lot of honey in there. Really sits on you at the end.
Yeah,
It's not bad, but I'd have to have a little bit of a sweet tooth for this one.
It doesn't finish as clean as the other ones.
No, not as Chris either, yes.
Yeah, I don't think so. It definitely, it is the one out of all of them, and it's because of that honey, it really sticks with you. This kind of makes a.
I feel yeah. Okay, you're like a dog with peanut butter on the top of the roof of his mouth.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. That's why you don't put peanut butter on your balls, because then it gets stuck to the roof of your dog's mouth. It just makes it that much harder to just pay attention to the roof of their mouth. So cottage cheese, I've heard, is the trick.
I guess.
When you're lonely?
Yeah. Our friend Brian that was on the podcast a while ago, he's the one that told me that. Yeah, because you'd let a dog lick peanut butter off your balls. That's the whole thing that went around for a while. He's like, why would you use peanut butter? It shouldn't get stuck to the roof of their mouth. They're not going to pay attention to you. I'd use cottage cheese. God damn it.
I feel like that would be easier to clean, yeah.
Jesus Christ, that's absurd.
We're gonna get that guy in the podcast again.
We are. We're gonna do the beer tasting with food.
Oh yeah, with our
Right. I feel like I might do an actual
charcuterie.
video of that actually.
yeah, we should. Which is be good because that guy talks forever.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out.
Shout out.
B Ryan.
Paula, tell us about your main comic book movie.
My comic book movie that I just
Animated,
talked about.
Excuse me.
Yes, it's Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker.
Oh, interesting choice.
Came out in
Okay.
2000.
Who voiced Joker in Batman Beyond?
Well, you can guess. I'll let you guess right now.
Was it Marky Mark?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yeah.
I thought it
And who
was.
was Batman, everybody? Anybody? And who's Bruce Wayne? Not Batman,
Oh,
Bruce Wayne.
Kevin Conroy.
Kevin Conroy. Yep.
There
Yep.
you go.
Who
This
was
is
Terry?
Will Friedle.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep.
He was on Boy Meets World.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Well, he also voiced Ron Stoppable, Deadpool from Ultimate Spider-Man, Blue Beetle on Batman Brave and the
Oh,
Bold.
no doubt. Wow, good for him.
He's kicking ass. They all
Kicking
kick ass.
ass,
They
yeah.
all kick ass. This movie itself is it's a little disturbing at some points for an animated kids. I want to say kids movie, but for an animated movie in the 2000s, it was a little fucked up.
Okay.
Now I'll give you this movie's based off a show, based off another show. Batman
Show,
animated
the
series
show.
into Batman Beyond, into Batman Beyond the movie. And in this particular story, it starts out with the Joker kidnapping Tim Drake as little boy Robin, and then he just fucking tortures the shit out of him.
Dude, it's
Yeah. He just brainwashes and tortures the shit out of him.
dude, it's so funny because I was scrolling through Facebook and one of the sites I follow, one of the comic book ones, posted the scene. It's the hardest scene I've ever had to watch in comic books. And it was him as the Joker with a gun pointed at Batman
Yep.
on that
Yeah.
one. And it's so crazy that because that was like an hour before we started this podcast.
Oh, no
I did
shit.
not know what you were going to talk
No
about.
shit.
That's
Okay.
nuts.
So the Joker does torture and brainwash Tim Drake. Essentially, he makes him into a mini Joker. Batman does find out. He's super obviously pissed. So he kind of does this thing.
Weird.
Yeah. He loses his bearings. He kind of loses the fight to the Joker, kind of like a fist fight. I don't know how he lost. And then you do find Tim Drake as Mini Joker with a gun pointing at Batman.
Mhm.
At that particular point, Tim Drake decides to shoot the Joker.
Yep.
He kills the Joker.
Kills the
He
Joker.
kills the Joker. In the movie, he kills the Joker. And it goes on to 2040, where Batman Beyond is based. And the Joker's back in town. And it's a young, vibrant Joker. And it's the actual Joker. You guys want spoilers? Might I do spoilers?
At this point, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. That's what I'd say. Full disclosure. Our favorite, full spoilers.
Yes.
Full spoilers on these ones. Yeah.
Why we love them. So, spoiler going on. The Joker is actually Tim Drake. The Joker implanted a brain chip in Tim. It had like his genetics and his personality, and then he just kind of turned it like Hyde, like Hyde, boom, right to the Joker.
Wow.
Now this should Joker give you, trained by Batman, knowing all his secrets. Tim Drake as a Joker.
Tim Drake. And Batman said Tim Drake's a better detective than Batman.
Exactly.
On top of that,
and let's be honest, Terry McGinnis,
terrified.
he's like, he's not the best Batman, but
Nope.
he's very wily, that's why we love him.
Well, really, a lot of the only reason Terry survived was because Bruce Wayne was coaching him, though.
Exactly. So you got a Joker who knows how Bruce is thinking.
Who figured out who Bruce was. He strolled up one day, Wayne Manor, knocked on the door. You're Batman. The fuck did you just say to me, little boy?
Mm-hmm.
You're Batman. Get inside.
And like, dude, what's funny is that this is actually the first PG-13 movie that the Warner Bros. Animated ever did.
Is it PG-13?
It's so fucked
Oh,
up
dude,
as a
it's-
story.
It's nuts. Yeah.
But what inspired me to talk about this was actually Mask of the Phantasm, which is
Okay.
also super serious.
Sure.
But I just love Batman Beyond in general. I like Terry. He's wily. He's
Love that suit.
the suit's dope. He's still like a teenager.
We get
And
Ace.
Bruce's old man, Clint
Correct.
Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood with his big old Great Dane.
Get off my lawn. Yeah.
Oh, great choice, man. I love that.
Excellent. Yeah. Nicely done, sir.
Very nice.
Thanks. Vic, you want to go?
Yeah, sure, man. So one of my favorite animated movies, it's gonna have to be All-Star Superman.
I almost, that was like my top 3 for you.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a beautiful movie. We have basically the death of Superman by his own power. Lex Luthor. This movie starts out where Superman goes to the sun to help a journey from let's say NASA, as it were, to go to the sun to do some research. Lex Luthor basically makes a mutative monster where he has to have Superman come and just change and create some sort of God, Jesus, I'm super drunk. I'm trying to be coherent. This is very difficult.
That's why I had to write down notes.
Yeah, so basically Superman has to come in and help out. Superman, this is very pointed and purposeful on Lex Luthor's part, where he has Superman go to the sun to make sure that Superman gets juiced with so much power that he actually ends up slowly destroying himself over time.
Mm-hmm.
This movie is particularly beautiful, where it basically mirrors Hercules' 12 labors, if you're familiar with that.
Yep.
Hercules, basically on his ascendancy to godhood, has to accomplish 12 labors as a result. So he just does the greatest things ever in his lifetime. I mean, he fucking does his best to, I don't know what's like, he just beats his greatest enemies. He beats Lex Luthor. He's just the best ever in that result.
Surprisingly good voice cast in that one too.
Mm-hmm.
But I like All-Star Superman. That one's
It's a beautiful.
It is a beautiful one, and it's one that get your tissue box ready.
Dude, that was
And that's
movie
interesting.
years.
Pretty much I think all the ones we're going to talk about, there's some good tissue box moments in it. I don't know who Superman is. It's James Denton.
Yeah,
Not really sure
I'm
who
not
that
familiar
is.
with him.
But you say Lex Luthor, that's Anthony LaPaglia. He's pretty good. I know him most if you've seen So I Married an Axe Murderer. He's his detective friend, his cop friend.
I haven't seen that.
But he's done a bunch of animated things. Perry White and Asner.
Sure,
Oh,
yeah.
Perry White in there. Who else do we have? I know Fred Tatasciore does a few voices in it. John DiMaggio does a few voices in it. Kevin Michael Richardson does a few voices in it. So you got some legit people in that one.
No, it was a great movie, man. Like it was just like he imbued he imbued Lois Lane with his power without his weakness to kryptonite or red sun for like a day.
Yeah, that was so cool.
And then like Lex Luthor figures that piece out and then decides to try to take that serum, and he does eventually. However, Superman puts like, because everything's sped up for Superman, his intelligence, his power, his speed, his understanding of things. He figured out how to put Lex Luthor in what's called like a relativistic conundrum,
Mhm.
where he hits him with a gravity gun and speeds time up just for himself, and just beats Lex Luthor with his 24-hour serum on his own
Oh, it's
in
great.
like a couple hours. I was like, Jesus Christ, like that's beautiful to me. Like,
You know, I love that. And I love that moment with Lois Lane too, which to me really, this one's a great way of part of the 12 labors, the redemption, making sure you do everything you can to solidify your name, your cause, for all the right reasons before you know you're gonna die. But then when Lois has that power, immediately she's pretty much like, how have you not gone crazy and taken over the whole world? Because talk about absolute power. You know, they say absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Not if you're Superman in this story.
That's part of his superpower. Yeah.
It really is. That's his greatest power to
Mhm.
me. Is Clark Kent's morality, and that is just an absolutely wonderful example of it. I think.
Oh, totally, man. No, that movie's beautiful on so many levels. Like,
Well, even with Lex, when he did have the power, he was like, "This is what he sees every day.
this is how you
You
see the
know?
world.
Yeah, it was just like,
Yeah.
oh my god, oh my god."
Mhm.
Especially since most people's mind would literally explode if that happened to him. Lex Luthor is one of the few people that can comprehend what Superman can comprehend because he's that smart. So
Mhm.
to be able to actually understand that is also shows to some extent how genius Lex Luthor really is.
Oh, dude, yeah, he's like a 10, 12 level into like the super out there.
He just gotta get his power suit, you know, and then fucking
His Lexo suit.
yeah, it's like
Who do you think
No,
smarter,
it's-
Lex Luthor or Victor Von Doom?
harder.
Smarter.
Oh, I mean harder. I would say Lex. He's hard as fuck. That motherfucker's a gangster.
Victor Von Doom though?
Victor Von Doom. He's scary evil.
He's scary.
Yeah.
Evil.
I would probably have a drink with Lex. We'll be honest.
Oh, I would hang out with, I would not want to hang out with Victor Von Doom.
No.
No, that's like, that would be like hanging out with Vlad the Impaler. That's who Victor Von Doom reminds me of, except more money, technology, and stuff like. But yeah, Lex, I'm like, we probably play some pool. You'd probably crush me.
He's able to handle himself. Yeah.
He's kind of a dick, but I can't stop hanging out with him.
Right, he's so fucking charming.
Yeah, absolutely. So anyhow, like my pick would be All-Star Superman, just because the death of Superman. It's
a beautiful story.
It's a beautiful story. He just accomplishes so many wonders in that movie, and it's quite frankly an incredible story.
It is. It is. All right, mine is Big Hero 6.
Nice.
Cool. Love Big Hero 6. So So Big Hero 6, essentially, it is, I guess you could say more dedicated toward kids, but it definitely has some deep, dark shit that happens.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So the main character is this kid Hiro. It opens up Hiro.
Hero.
They live in San Francisco. I don't think that's true. Pretty sure that's probably the chance of meatballs too.
I would have just gone with it, bro.
Would've just
I
gone with
never
it.
question you.
But he is, God, how old was he? 13, 14, 15, 16,
I thought he was like 13.
13. I
Yeah, he's
think
12,
I think he's
yeah.
right around 13, yeah. Super genius. Inventor, little prodigy, sneaks out to play back alley battle bots.
It's Yeah,
Is that what you would call
It truly
it?
is, yeah.
Has the cutest little robot that you would see. This looks like just a pre-designed for some sort of action figure, almost like Stretch Armstrong, with a cute little painted smiley face on it that flips to an evil face and just fuck shit up. It's great. Obviously, it's back alley battle bots, so there are some dangerous people involved. So he runs away, and of course, his brother Tadashi comes to the rescue. Tadashi, love an older brother. He also happens to be a genius, but he's like, bro, you're too smart to do back alley battle bots. Come to this school. Let me show you. Takes him to this school. Oh, wait, yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. Takes him to this school, shows him his new invention, Baymax. Baymax is your personal healthcare professional. Voiced by Scott
Atkins.
Adsit, Adsit, Scott Adsit, aka the guy from 30 Rock, the big head. What's his name? 30 Rock, call it. The producer with Liz Lemon.
Oh, the guy who hates his life and
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh.
That's Baymax.
That's Baymax?
That's Baymax.
I never knew
Yeah,
that.
Steve Adsit. Yeah,
Oh,
I
yes.
can't think of his name in
Scott
30
Adsit.
Rock
Oh my
right now,
God.
or Scott Adsit, sorry. But I love Baymax, man. Big, beautiful, fluffy thing that his brother invented to help people. But then, of course, there's this guy, Robert Callahan, who is the headmaster of the school that Tadashi attends, that his tech, was it a tech school, I guess you could call it, ITT Tech.
It's a school tomorrow.
The School of Tomorrow. And Robert Callahan is voiced by James Cromwell. You guys know who James Cromwell is?
No, that man.
Pull him up real quick on IMDb. He's an older gentleman, always kind of has a short beard, seems really tall, really deep, powerful voice. James Cromwell. So he voices, and of course, he obviously wants Hito to join his school because he knows his capability, how smart and his actual potential. So with the way James Cromwell, or sorry, Robert Callahan, because he's legendary in this movie, Tadashi talks Hiro into going to this school. Maybe if he can get himself in. So he's like, yeah, you can get in if you do a mind-blowing presentation. So you see this guy, Paul, James Cromwell? What else was he in? Let's scroll down a little bit. So he is known for, he was in the Green Mile. He was the warden in Green Mile. He was a cop in LA Confidential. He was the farmer in Babe. So he's done quite a bit. He's definitely one of those actors that you know who he is. Oh, that's right. If you've seen the new Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, he's Benjamin Lockwood. God, that movie sucked.
It did?
It did. That made me really sad. Either way, neither here nor there. So Hiro creates these little nanobots that can pretty much be controlled to do whatever. So there's these little tiny, they're probably like an inch tall cylindrical things that can connect to each other, and they can make everything. It's like the ultimate architectural tool. So he does that to try to get into this school. But of course, it's not just Robert Callahan. There's another bad guy. He's not a bad guy. Alistair Creed. They think he's a bad guy. He's more of your business type. So he's like, you don't need to worry about school. I'll give you $40 million for this technology right now. We'll build it together. Voiced by Alan Tudyk.
That's right.
Yep.
I forgot about that.
Steve the Pirate.
Steve the Pirate. So he's like, nah, fuck off. I don't want your money. I'm going to go and program this and change the world. But then suddenly there's a giant fire explosion in the building. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
That's Alan's dog.
That's Alan's dog. So they all run away. But then, of course, Tadashi is like, wait, Professor Callahan's still in the building. Then he goes in the building to get him, and it blows up. And neither him nor Callahan.
Dude, Tadashi, I've never wanted somebody to be my brother so much.
So hard.
Yeah.
Talk about the best older brother of all time. So there are a lot of generic kind of what they call the girlfriend in the fridge stories where somebody to be a superhero in your life has to die. And most of it's just kind of generic, boring bullshit. This is one that actually gives such great reason to turn somebody like you legitimately feel for him. It sucks and it hurts because this dude kicked ass. Plus, he created Baymax, your personal healthcare professional. So here's kind of the real reason that I like it though. After all this tragedy happens, and this is why I really like this movie. I think it's one of the most underrated movies of all time. So I've always personally hated Disney princess movies because they falsify perceptions of women and create weird princess realities or fantasies that poor little girls will never achieve. But this movie has a cast of diverse, powerful, smart, intelligent women that don't need no man to be successful. First off, there's their Aunt Cass, voiced by Maya Rudolph. She's so funny that, Hiro and Tadashi, their parents died for whatever reason. It really doesn't matter. They're both pretty young. But she takes over these kids and raises them to the best of her ability. She's funny, she's charming, she genuinely cares for their success. A little goofy. Then at their school, you have two other girls. One we call Honey Linen, really smart, hyperactive, bubbly, nerdy girl, but very capable. And then there's Go-Go, tough, intimidating speedster of the team, I guess you could say. But I really like the wildly, vastly different personality, powerful, smart women in this movie that are almost more the heroes of the movie. I don't know. That's at least what I've always thought
You know
about
who
it.
those two girls remind me of? Recess, Gretchen, the smart girl,
Uh-huh.
and Spinozzi, the tough one. Remember Spinozzi?
Dude, 100%. And I bet there was a lot of pull from that. But then there's Wasabi, the smart, the kind of the engineer of the group, but he's a little jumpy, I guess you could say. Voiced by Damon Wayans Jr. That's
Nice.
pretty great. Then there's Fred the mascot, dresses in this lizard costume. Not a smart dude, but loves comic books and has a whole lot of money. Big old heart, voiced by T.J. Miller. I hate that T.J. Miller is so funny because he's such a douchebag at the same time.
It's toughy.
Yeah, but it is what it is, huh? So of course afterwards they all get together because oh shit, I missed a big old part. When after Tadashi dies, Baymax comes to life because him and Hiro have their old thing. So he's taking him on a test run, and then he sees somebody in a big old kabuki mask has stolen his technology that he thought all burned up in a fire. So of course he has to form a team of superheroes to get his shit back and find out who killed his brother because he knows the fire was on purpose now to steal his shit and kill his brother. So he teaches Baymax karate. And it's adorable. It's one of the funniest fucking scenes you'll ever see in an animated movie. I don't know. I don't want to go on too long about this movie, but ultimately, I just love it. I love the characters. I love the story. I don't know if I want to spoil it because there are a lot of people, strangely, that haven't seen it.
Right. I do have a crush on that girl with glasses.
Good.
So you would have a crush on the animated character?
Honey Lynn? Yeah, she's great, dude. Absolutely not weird.
Super cute.
Absolutely not. But it's a great,
Some weird dreams.
great fight scene at the end.
She's still animated.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to spoil it though. Like I said, I was going to do full spoilers, but I really know a lot of people still need to get out and watch this movie.
Yeah. Also, Fred Flintstone's wife. We're a crush on her.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever had a super hard crush on an animated character.
Yeah.
Trying to think. Maybe like video game wise, if we go from what was the name of that one fighting game? Ivy.
Soul Calibur.
So thank you.
Oh,
yeah.
Ivy,
and
dude.
then Orchid in
Killer Instinct.
Killer Instinct. Those are ones that I remember as a little boy.
Orchid's a
being like,
boss.
Yeah,
She's a
Orchid's
boss.
a badass.
She's no Cinder, but Orchid's a boss.
What do you guys think about Big Hero 6? You've seen it. What did I leave out that you guys want to bring
The
up?
movie
that
itself,
inspires you?
it's all about family, it's all about encouragement.
Mhm.
It was that particular movie. I think it's needed just for people to feel like you can't do things alone, and if you do have loss, don't close yourself off.
Mhm.
You strive for something greater.
It's such a great example of friendship too. There are a lot of really cute, adorable moments of just friendship and team building.
Mhm.
And it sounds cheesy, but it's not. It's a
No.
genuinely
Oh,
adorable.
it super is, yeah.
A lot, and also the animation is phenomenal, top-notch animation. A lot of really beautiful scenes in it. So, like I said, that's one that I thought I was going to go full spoiler, but I'm kind of tired of hearing myself talk.
That's fine.
Tired. It's been a long episode.
Anastasia, I've had some weird drinks with that
Oh,
lady.
yeah. That was one of my favorites. Like I remember for some reason being a kid,
You would-
like I've always loved rock and roll. I've never liked soft music or anything like that. But that Anastasia soundtrack, I loved so hard. I remember being like in the 5th grade, had it on cassette. I would just like put it in my little tape player by my bed and have it like on like volume 3 and just fall asleep to the Anastasia soundtrack.
Well, that's very sweet.
Isn't that what's weird? It's like the only thing because it was soft and gentle and helped me fall asleep.
Very nice. It's a good share. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
I wish I still had that cassette. If I'm ever somewhere and for some reason I see the Anastasia soundtrack on cassette, I don't have a cassette player. I'll never listen to it. I'll still buy it for $4.99.
Nowadays, it'd probably be 14.
Actually, no, now if you could find, I bet it would be super expensive. Should
Probably.
we check that shit on eBay?
That's fine.
Vic, did you have a cartoon crush or a cartoon soundtrack that helped you fall asleep at night?
No. I can't say I got on board with that. You guys are special in that, right?
Oh Lord, that's weird. What have you guys been
Sure.
doing, watching, playing, reading?
I've been watching Tiger and Bunny on
What the
Netflix.
fuck is that?
It's like an anime where
Sounds like an anime.
there's this pretty much this old school superhero who are okay. So in this particular world, superheroes are sponsored and there's live television to where they actually save the day.
Interesting.
Okay.
And it's super interesting because like people are like the producers are like, hold on, don't save that person yet. We're doing a commercial. So they're like, well, this guy's gonna die like in 5 seconds. It's very interesting. It's very, very funny.
That is
I didn't
kind
find
of
it to be
interesting. Okay.
And it's essentially it's like Iron Man meets like an Adult Swim cartoon almost.
Huh.
Interesting.
Tiger and Bunny.
Yep, it's on Netflix.
Is it a Netflix original?
No.
No, but it's on Netflix.
Yes.
Interesting. Huh. What about you, Vic? I got nothing. I've just been working. That's my whole life right now.
Yeah, I haven't done a lot. I've been on vacation last week, so I've just
No, that's right. You went to a Wells vagina.
Yeah. I
Wells
was just
vagina.
staying for a while, and I just didn't do anything. So, no, nothing much to.
Interesting. Yeah, I haven't been doing much either. I always think about it. I want to read more, but yeah, just working,
Just working,
repairing tires,
just working and twerking.
working and twerking and
Yeah.
tiring.
There you go.
So many tires.
So many times.
I think that's all I got. I was gonna do an outro, but Paula just went pee,
You did.
I believe. So I guess we're just gonna fill some airtime. There is there is another beer here that we could drink if you want.
God,
Um,
I'm pretty drunk. As
I'm pretty
evidenced by
drunk
my
too,
attempt
but-
to like recapitulate the All-Star Superman.
Oh,
I did
dude,
a horrible job at that.
well, I feel the same about my Big Hero 6. And I'm just like, oh, fuck, I'm so tired. My brain hurts so bad.
Yeah, I did so.
This was an expensive one. I do still want to drink it.
What, how much?
This was it's $12. It's the
Yeah.
Trey Fontaine. No, not $12. 12 ounces.
Okay.
11.2 ounces.
There it
No,
is.
this was $7.25.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah,
That's
so this was-
yes beer.
It's a Tripel brewed with eucalyptus, and I really, really want to try this. It's an Italian Tripel.
Whoa.
So we'll see, since it's Paula's birthday, when he gets back in here.
It's
If he's dried his dick off, you know he's got to clean off that foreskin.
gotta clean that.
If he wants to drink it or not,
yeah.
we'll see. I think it's so funny that he picked war because I almost picked war also.
Really?
Yeah, that's such a good, and I think again, because it was so fresh in my mind, I really like that one. I also like, what is it, Doom, the one that's like the Tower of Babel story.
Doom's a good
That
one.
one's super
I
good.
think that's a really solid one. For All-Star Superman ultimately for me has every piece I love. It's Greek mythology piece to it.
It's wonderful.
It's Superman being killed by his own incredible power.
Yeah, you
Like,
got two.
it's-
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
beautiful.
Okay, Paula, so we'll see. We're at a little over an hour and a half right now. We have one beer left. We cannot drink it or we can. We decided we'll let you decide. This one beer, 11.2 ounces, costs $7.25.
God
It
damn.
is an Italian Tripel. It's a Tripel Ale brewed
From
with
Italy.
eucalyptus, 8.5%. Do you want to drink it or not?
It's a cool beer.
On this podcast right
It's
here,
a-
right now.
It's an Italian.
An Italian Tripel brewed with eucalyptus.
Let's drink it.
Let's drink it. All right,
Let's
so,
drink it.
since you
All right.
guys both took bathroom breaks, I guess I'm going to.
You're fine.
You're good.
So-
Vic,
Yeah.
would you mind or?
You-
I don't know.
yeah,
You
got
do
this
it.
computer.
I got things in my way.
Okay. Well, the labels, I think this is the name of the beer or maybe the brewery, Tre Fontaine, Tre Fontaine. Birra Trappista Italiana Tripel, Visa del Tre Fontaine. I'm sorry, guys. I feel like we're just butchering every single fucking name in this podcast tonight. This particular beer, it's this double malt beer flavored with eucalyptus leaves is a unique product born from the ancient tradition of the Abbey of the Three Fountains. It sounds like a cult. From 1873, eucalyptus characterizes the products of this community of Trappist monks. So it obviously seems like the monks know how to drink.
I feel like they really do. Yeah.
I do not have an opener on me. Jerry was in charge of it. He opens the beers with his mind.
You're right. So I looked this up on Untapped. Now, if I can't see the label, so correct me if I'm wrong here, Paula. If you look at your screen, it's sitting at 8.5% alcohol by volume. It's got a 3.62 average rating. It has over 23,000 total check-ins, 21,000 unique check-ins, and over 300 check-ins this month. It's sitting at 30 IBUs. The description is all in Italian. I can't read any of it. And this is on Untapped.
It's on Untapped. We cannot read any of it.
I have no idea what any
But
of
there's
this means.
305 monthly check-ins.
Oh my God, it's all in Italian.
Yeah. I'm going to attempt to Google Translate for this. We'll see what happens here.
What was that movie? Brad Pitt. Italian.
Inglorious Bastards.
Thank you. Thank you.
Since I did have a softball team named because of that movie. Inglorious Batters. Still pretty proud of that one.
Oh, pretty good one.
Dang, man, it is okay. I have, I haven't drank a lot of Italian beers.
I can translate it now. Are you ready?
Yes.
So, you should look at this. It's pretty dope. Italian to English. This is says a beer high fermentation produced with a recipe of community of monks, transposed of the Three Fountains. Beer color gold intense from taste incisive and moderately fruity with eucalyptus that tightens the notes fruity bring. The sweetness is balanced from a good bitter resulting from hops and high carbonation. Stave a final dry to palate and aftertaste. Sweetish is steer from spice that this is the dowry. Balsamic cleans and refreshment the taste. Although the impression of lightly, the body is middle. The high content of alcohol adds the feeling of heat refined from tones balsamic that show less. That was the Google Translate image. I'm using the camera on my phone.
Right. That's still pretty amazing though that it can get that far. So obviously he's not that bad of a reader. It was just a very loose, rough translation.
Yes. Yes.
But yeah, I'm saying as a whole, I haven't had much Italian beer. I think Italian beer is kind of pussy beer. They're a lot better at their wines and sports cars, for the most part. But their beer that I've had kind of actually sucks. Because what is it? It's like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of the Italian beer that I've had. I've had before, but I don't really know. Can you guys think of an Italian beer? I know right now. Go. No, you can't.
I only think of champagne like a prosecco, which is an Italian style champagne.
I can only think of Italian ice.
Sorry, not champagne, sparkling wine. My apologies.
And spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Mod spaghetti. Move yourself to the music. You own it. You know it. Never let it go. Anthony Mackie's in this movie. He was a bad guy.
You only get one
8
shot.
Mile.
Do not miss his chance to go.
So this is kind of rough because unfortunately we now have divulged ourselves to red Solo cups because we're apparently out of our clear cups.
Clears.
It was Bill's fault.
It is Will's fault.
God
So I don't know what color this is, but I have a guess. Probably the same color as most of the beers we've been drinking. I'm gonna pour just a little bit. into one
So
of
this
these.
is our most expensive beer by fluid.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it looks kind of the same. It's a little bit lighter, a little cloudy, not very effervescent. Chunky. Interesting. How do we smell? Ooh, I like that smell. It smells
Very
like
different.
It smells like a pizza.
Very earthy. Yeah.
Smells like a pizza, like a Totino's.
No, a little bit better. I would say maybe a Red Baron, maybe a DiGiorno.
Definitely not a Papa Murphy's.
Not a Papa Murphy's, no.
No.
Or a Signature Select with Albertsons.
Or a great value.
California Pizza Kitchen.
Kroger's Pizza. California Kitchen. I dig this.
I like it.
3.62 is what we've got on tap. So this is actually the lowest rated.
Weird.
I'm pretty sure.
For the
Yeah,
price
but
point,
it
yeah,
seems-
that's
yeah.
kind of interesting.
It is interesting. But I like it. I dig it. I like the smell. I like the spice. I like that it is a little bit more earthy to it. I give it a 3.5. I get down on it.
Get down on it. Get down on it. Yeah, I go with you. 3.5 on this one as well.
Dope. What do you think?
I go 3.5 as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Look at us.
We've been in sync all night. For the most part.
It's true.
For the most part. Yeah, not 100%, but pretty damn well.
Pretty tight.
God, this beer is super Italian. I love that its fucking description is in Italian. That's so awesome. Maybe that's why I think it smells like a
This
pizza.
is a beepity boppity.
Boppity boopy. Do you guys have a favorite beer that we did tonight?
My favorite is gonna be the Powderhouse Tripel, or I have that.
Yeah. Nice. What about you, Paul?
Mine's a Powderhouse. I
Really?
love Powderhouse Tripel.
It is a pretty dang good one. I like the Batter House. It's between that and I really like that Westmail, however the fuck you pronounce it. That one seems super yummy to me too.
Yes, it does. That is a really great example of a true style Tripel.
Yeah. So it was just nice. Again, another good podcast where more variety and taste than I thought we would have, with all being kind of the same beer, but not a bad beer. I always love that.
Yeah. Agreed.
I ain't got nothing else. What about y'all bitches?
I don't apologize for my drunkenness. I am up there right now, and I can't quite coherently say things. So
Well, we're all there. I know
Yeah.
mine was that too. I'm like, I'm tired. I'm drunk. But watch Big Hero 6. That's the moral of the story.
yeah, watch All Star Superman. It's a great story.
Yeah.
And watch.
What
Which
did I
one
talk
did you
about?
say,
I
Paula?
said Batman Beyond.
Batman Beyond Return of the
Joker.
Jesus, that's where we're at right now. Well, happy birthday, Paula.
Happy
Thanks.
birthday.
Fuck you, Bill Maher.
Fuck you, Bill Maher.
Fuck
Fuck
you,
your
family.
family. Drink good beer, watch good movies, hang out with good people. We would appreciate it if you gave us a 5-star review. We'd really appreciate it if you shared this. Left a comment, you know our favorite. Butt cheeks.
Butt cheeks.
And I guess follow us on all stuff social media at Brewnomics. I'm Jared.
Paula.
I've been Vic.
Jesus.
Peace. God, I am super there.
Good. Yeah.